Knee at the 25. 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there, but they forced the incompletion.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On fourth down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Amir Abdullah deep from Minnesota. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And he's got the hook up there. It's got a word on. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. Tajay Sharp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Falcons 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves job that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Gurley.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And the Falcon first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down, Winston again.
Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
8 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play.
Vikings,
But the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
First and 10.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Second down and 4.
It's Gurley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley, and we all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
On first down, it's Gurley. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Todd Gurley on the
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and 7.
Second down and 7.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it brings up third down.
Play fake. Winston. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Julio Jones. Touchdown.
Julio Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Cousins. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no, he will score. Touchdown Falcons.
Well, they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
But for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Tajay Sharp. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Quickly to Thielen here. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a 1st down. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run through with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The 28-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
There's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
a gain of 4.
A big-time play there for the Falcons. yards. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out.
And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Jameis to throw it. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. it's a bootleg with Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
For the Falcons.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Abdullah to return. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
This one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Taken at about the 16. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them.
Julio Jones all alone. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown.
Julio Jones with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Falcons 31, Vikings 28.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
There's Britton Colquitt now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
And that's a mound of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 17, Cousins is going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Vikings 28.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you've got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner. They ran for over 1,000.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Gain of a yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
And here comes Abdullah on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
The tackle.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Out of bounds.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun. Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A gain of...
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Cousins on 1st down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And out of bounds right around the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU. And Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him, his ability to play the ball in the air, and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
3rd and 7.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Cousins. The quick slant caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Cousins now. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now.
At the 33-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Tackled at the 25.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.